I'll be right back. I just need to close the door. We're hearing Arnold Schwarzenegger. We don't want to hear him in my piano. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Hello. I'm back. I just need a water. I really need a water. I can't get to a water. Oh, come on. Open up. All right, I am back. You guys are tired of looking at my chair, aren't you? Okay, look at that. I had a water right there. Right here's the water. Why are we looking at my belly? Well, because the computer. There. Now you're still looking at my belly. Must be the size of the screen I have. Boom, 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 boom. Any requests? I really can't play, but I do play by ear. Sometimes. Taking 80 songs. Song requests. Okay, there. I've added some of that stuff. In the meantime, while I wait for somebody to show up here, see if we have any luck compared to Facebook. Nobody showed up there. I think I saw one person there say for half a second. Well, half a second. Really? What are you going to do? Well, I know I can't play the final countdown because I tried to record that and put it on Facebook here on YouTube. Keyboard thing. It works good. I tried to play the final countdown, and they said no, you can't play that because it's not allowed in Russia. So no. What is it? There. Now it's not in. Anyways. Welcome to my lounge. There we go. All right. Now I had a big bubble in my mouth, and I hope you guys didn't see that. Yeah. So that song was taught to me, yes, by ear from a big fat blimpo guy that was cheating on my dad's, on my mom. Well, they were cheating together, basically. And I was a little kid at the time, and I'm like, well, why is this fat guy here, Mom? Well, because your dad's been cheating. No, he hasn't. Dad doesn't cheat. Dad's out making money playing gigs at weddings. And if he's cheating, who's he cheating with? The bride? I don't think so. So I don't know. So he was stuffing her head with many lies and got her to do a divorce. And she was the one that was actually cheating with him. She would let that fat bastard sleep in our house. We came up with a song for him because he had this voice, he talked like this. So it was all, the song was, do this kind of thing. Anyways, it was like, like that. And it was called, Hey, How Are You Doing? You know, it'd say, Hey, how you doing, my dear? It's like, really? Ugh. That's how you're doing. And then he would do these stupid, hopeless hints. You'd come home from school, and there'd be a broom sitting at the front porch with a dustpan. What the hell's this for? Do you want your car clean? Go clean yourself. And then you go, what did to the hint? Hint? Well, I was hoping you would have got the hint. Yeah, the hint is you get the hell out of our house, dumbass. He's dead anyways. Not by us. He killed himself or something, or he died of a heart attack. I don't know what happened to him. But he's dead. It was a long time ago. We're talking the 1990s and 80s. Enough of that. All right, so the only good thing that I got out of him is that that kind of stuff. But we had a player piano in our house, so it was always sitting there. No one played it. I finally got some rolls, stuck them in the thing. I'm playing. Look at that. No, I wasn't playing. What instrument did I play? My dad owned a music store. Started me on violin. That's a woman's instrument, Dad. I don't want to play a woman's instrument. I don't want to play that. Little did I know. He wanted me to learn the violin so I could play like what his brother played, or my uncle, stand up bass, because a bass and a violin don't have frets. I didn't know that. I'm like, no, I want to play a brass instrument. Okay, can you play a trombone? No, my arms are too short. Back then, now look at them. I can play a trombone if I wanted to. Of course, I didn't. And they didn't need any trombone players in the band, but they did need trumpet players. I sucked. Yeah, I was a lousy trumpet player. Matter of fact, I think I was in last chair. That's how lousy I was. You know why? I didn't care. I didn't practice. You know, if you don't practice, you don't learn. Yeah, those were the good old days back in the 70s. The 70s, you say? What kind of songs were played in the 70s? Well, if you watch TV, there'd be that would be Laverne and Shirley. Laverne was my mom's name. So, of course, we ended up having to watch that show because my mom was named Laverne. Um, let's see, what else happened? Okay. There's also this show. The Love Boat. And then, of course, there's, I don't know what, Happy Days. See, like I told you, I can play songs, I can hear them up here, and I can see them. Yes, I can see what I should be playing. Uh, Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. Happy days. There you go. So there you see, there was Happy Days. And then there was Taxi. Now that was a song I liked. It was different. It wasn't just piano. It was like well, I guess like a DX7, but no, it was more like, let's see if that, yeah. So back then, it wouldn't have been a Roland DX7. It would have been a Fender Rhodes piano. Taxi. No, that's not it. I got to write it down. Anyways, I got Happy Days playing in my head. Let me find the right sound. That song. Do 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 do. Tonight, Mister, whatever his name was. That's the end. That's what I remember. Of course, then there was Hill Street Blues. So there was that. Those were 70s shows. There were the good times, you know. Then, of course, you go back, and there'd be the Disney TV, and we'd all sit. We had a big family. I'm talking my mom, my dad, and 5 brothers. Well, 4, and counting me, it'd be 5. 5. He wanted to make a band like the Partridge Family. I hated that show. Ugh. But the band would have been cool. He did create a Dixieland band, but it couldn't have 2 trumpet players, especially one that sucked. And so he goes, here, we're going to, he was in the Lions Club, and they needed a new, whatever he is, King Lion. And we went to Catalina Island and got to play Dixieland Jazz. Now, he had a tuba player guy that was actually worked for the music store. And so, because no one played tuba in my family, we had a sax player, a drummer, a trumpet player, me, mess around but guy. He gave me a tambourine. I don't know how to play drums. I can't keep a beat. And then, of course, my younger brother, he played piano, took lessons, didn't stick with it. He likes cars. Anyway, so I got a drummer, sax player, trumpet player, nothing. My mom played piano and sang. And my dad played guitar. So there you have it. There's the whole band. Back in the 70s. Those were the good days. Lots of we had a pool in the backyard. My dad had a big backyard in his house. Had to have a big backyard. You have 5 kids running around, driving the mom and dad crazy. Go out and swim in the pool. Watch your kid brother. Go ride your bikes. When the lights come on, come home. Yeah, we came home. If we didn't, believe me, out came the belt. Where were you? Yeah, you know, we don't fuck around in the 70s, man. Ain't none of this pussy crap shit now, like nowadays. No way. Oh, no. You can't. Where's your phone? I want to keep watching you. I want my own. Oh, screw that shit. There was no phones back then. We had the phone on the wall, and you weren't allowed to touch it until you had an emergency, or, well, then the girlfriends came along. Hey, Mom, I want to use the phone. Well, I'd like to use the phone too. Call your father and find out what's for dinner or what he wants for dinner. Well, we can't. Your brother's on the phone talking to his girlfriend. Been on the phone for hours. So that's what happened also in the 70s. In the 80s, people left, went to college, got married. In the 90s, Mom passed away, had a new nephew was born. Now, of course, my older brother, he got married a long time ago, back in the 70s. I don't remember his marriage because I was like 7. So, actually, I do remember his marriage. He got married in Downey, California. This woman he met there. I remember she wore peach colored, or at least the whatever you call them, the wedding party had peach colors on. Yeah, I think he had a blue tuxedo or something, blue or green. It just was different. Yeah, long time ago. And here we are in the 2000s now, 2020s. Well, like I said, I was into music. I like jazz. Always watched Charlie Brown. Yep. So yeah, got to watch jazz. Then my brother, he would come home from college, Cal State Northridge, and he would practice on his trumpet in his old room, and you could hear him playing Maynard Ferguson. Let's see, we have brass on here. Of course, this sound doesn't have the great sounding of a brass. It's a sweet trumpet. I don't like that one. So, like I said, he would listen to Maynard Ferguson all day, and he had records that would take out the lead instrument. I think it was called Music Minus One. Yeah, that was it. He'd put it on that old Pioneer stereo with the Pioneer record player, Techniques needle on it, and you'd hear. And then, of course, it's Maynard. He would hit that note. He would turn red. And so on. Then came ba-da-ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-da-ba, ba-do-do-do-do. Here's Johnny Carson, and of course Doc Severinsen. And of course Doc had to get into it, so he would play stuff. He had the big band, and I think he played Rocky. Whatever. Actually, that was Maynard. He would do that. Then they did Star Trek. In the meantime, you kept hearing disco music and stuff like that going on in the background. What was I doing? I'm sitting there trying to learn this kind of stuff because I couldn't take him on that. My brother was getting piano lessons. I had a keyboard in my room. Now we're getting to the 80s. So I asked my dad for a keyboard, and he goes, "Well, what do you want that for?" Because I want to play something. Go play the piano in the living room. No, Dad, because they're taking lessons. I can't. You want that keyboard? You go make the money. Fine. Put me to work. Went to work for him. I found a perfect keyboard. Oh, it was a nice little uh, Korg. It was a Korg keyboard. And let me tell you, that had some nice sounds. I get this dang rock out of here. Oh well. Anyways, I got to hear this band, and I was like, wow, rock and roll. Yeah, I like that. I think I like rock. And these bands are playing, and I could see the people playing on the keyboards, right? And this band wasn't an 80s band, they were a 60s band. The Doors. Yeah. So I got into the Doors music, but I didn't have an organ sound because I was stuck with an 1880s piano, a Steinway, yes, but it was an upright piano in the living room. Baby, whatever, right? And then, yeah, I know, the kitty cat came in and started talking to me. He wants his pill. He's got seizures. Time is it, kitty cat? Give me 10 more minutes. You don't have a seizure, okay? And I started liking that music. Then I started hearing more music that I liked, and it was I was traveling down the road trying to loosen my load. I got 7 women on my mind. So they wanna do me too. They wanna I don't know the lyrics there. He's a friend of mine. And so on. So I was hooked on the Eagles. And then of course there was this one. Desperado, why don't you come to your senses? Been out on the and so on. And then that was a good one. And then, of course, there was On a Dark Desert Highway, Cool Wind in My Hair. Yeah. Whatever. And so on. That one I like a lot. But it wasn't hitting me right. Like I said, the 80s were my time. Because then came songs from the 80s like this. That came along. Axel Foley. Yep, now we're talking. I had hit the sound that I liked. I liked that. It was like a guitar. It was like rock and roll. And then this band, had long hair, and I was like, okay, 80s rock. You know, the big hair bands. And then you had this one I learned tonight. And I lost it. See, I don't even know it now. Oh, here it is. That song came out, and that I liked. But then I found this other song, and I said, you know what? I gotta learn it. And you know, it has taken me 40 years to learn this song. I'm going the wrong way. And this is the song that I learned. There we go. brought me to the 80s. And I learned that song. It took me forever. And I said, I gotta have a keyboard. And my first keyboard was a Korg Poly 800. Sweet keyboard. It had that perfect sound. It wasn't this Yamaha sound. This Yamaha is pretty good. It has some good sounds. It's 88 keys. That's good. But yeah, that opened up the door for me for liking 80s music. I mean, yeah, there was other songs. There was shoot, can't think of any right now. It was 40 years ago, a long time ago. We did Axel F. And I did that other one. That's Axel F. I can't think of it. Anyways, Don Henley. Out on the road today, I saw a deadhead sticker on a Cadillac. That song. And so on. So those were the songs I liked in the 80s. So you had Van Halen, Axel Foley, so Axel F. And then there was there were 80s songs, like I said. So I like those songs. I liked other stuff too, but I can't play it. I can't play both hands. I mean, yes, I did the jump song, but like I said, it took me 40 freaking years to do. And I still can't play it. I got into Disney, and this parade, it was stuck in my head. It just kept playing over and over and over, and I'm like, gotta find the right sound. That kept going in the background. Now I can't play that because then I can't play the top. Anyways, it's and so on. It would go on and go on and go on. And I really liked that song. And that was called the Broke Hoedown, which probably, in its original mode, probably sounded like this. So I would start going to Disneyland with my brother. And of course, he was into jazz. And I'm like, but there's no jazz bands playing. Oh, yeah, we'll go to Tomorrowland. They got them that come up out of the stage. The stage comes up out of the ground. Really? Well, they didn't have jazz. They had rock and roll. There was always a Papa Do Run Run band or the Dazz band. And then I graduated 40 years ago and went to grad night and got to see Berlin. And there she was on Tom Sawyer Island. There wasn't no pirate's lair. It was called Tom Sawyer Island. Anyway, she was playing, well, I don't know. I don't know how to play it. This song. That's right, Top Gun. And then, of course, the more famous one on the Masquerade on the Metro. I don't know how that one goes. But that was what I got into. So who's here? Somebody's in here. You gave me a thumbs up. Thank you. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, please subscribe to my channel right down here. It should be showing. Maybe because I'm live, it's not showing. But you can click on it. It's Mitchie the Kid. And if you go to @MitchieTheKid65, then you can click on that. And then you can subscribe to my channel if you like what you're hearing. Now, of course, this is live. I do have a podcast. It has nothing to do with this. Like I said, I lost you. Anyways, the podcast is called E-Ticket to Tomorrowland. And we interviewed a bunch of people back in the 90s. We'd go to all the Disney shows, all the D23s. As a matter of fact, my blog actually got me press pass for 1 year at D23. I had that many followers. It was a lousy name, and Disney loved it. DLR, best and worst. It was nothing worse. There was no bad, but it was different. Anyways, I got to interview, well, me and my wife, I should say, we interviewed by phone because there was no videoing back then, or the lady that we interviewed didn't have a cell phone that she could actually do videoing from. And I didn't know I could do that. But her name was Margaret Carey. She was on the Mayberry Days. But before that, she was a model. And Walt Disney liked the way she looked. And he said, I want to make this cartoon about a boy and he doesn't want to ever grow up. And he's got a little pixie fairy flying around. And I wanted, her name's Tinkerbell. Well, Margaret Carey was his Tinkerbell. And we interviewed her, and she said on the phone, she goes, okay, we met her at the D23 show at 2011 or 2001. No, it had to be 2011. And I asked her, can I do an interview with you for my blog? Sure, I'd love to, honey. You're just the cutest kid and all this stuff. I'm like, okay. wow, these people are easy to talk to. I thought I'm scared. I don't know what I'm going to do. This is my first interview. Well, I go, well, I'll just ask you like 10 questions. She goes, well, sure, just bring it up to my the lady that takes care of all my stuff, and I'll set it up. Better yet, don't tell her. I'll to help you out. Call me tomorrow night. I'm like, whoa, okay. We'll talk for a half hour, and you just ask me the questions, and then I guess you can write them down or record me, whatever. Yeah, I didn't record her. We were on the phone for 3 hours. She loves to talk. The worst part is she was supposed to be at some gala for the Mayberry Days, and I don't think she wanted to go. She wanted to just sit there and talk to me and my wife. And she told me how she became Tinkerbell. And we wrote it all down. And when I changed the name of my blog, somebody else got that name, and I hadn't moved all of our stuff over to the new name and wiped everything clean. So I don't even have her interview anymore. I'm gonna have to get a hold of her. She's 95, I think. She just had her birthday last month or the beginning of this month, and I need to get a hold of her because I want to interview her before anything bad happens. I'm not saying anything bad's gonna happen, but she's up there the same age with the guy who created the music for Mary Poppins. His birthday's today, Richard Sherman from the Sherman Brothers. Happy birthday, Richard. Um, he also did Chitty Chitty Bang Bang music. And so on. All right. I can't have any more keyboard because it's late. I'm in an apartment, not allowed to play music loud. Thanks for everyone who came in and watched. Um, yes, please subscribe to my channel, Mitchy the Kid, 65. The 65 doesn't show up on here. That's just my email, my clicking name, but it's actually Mitchy the Kid. Why am I called that, you ask? Well, look around. Got Disney stuff behind me. I just bought a monorail. I'm never going to grow up. If I could turn the camera that way. I'm going to show you something. And we don't want to wake up the residents that are there. But I remember I said I'm a kid. Well, welcome to my Disneyland. Yes, the cats have stepped all over it, knocked my water tower into the ship. But there's Main Street. There's Main Street Station down there. There's a train in the station right there. Here's my podcast microphone. There's Matterhorn Mountain. Behind it, the Small World. There's the castle next to it. Right here in the front is a haunted mansion. And this mountain that you kind of can see, but really can't see, is a mountain they just closed down that Tony Baxter built or invented. I'm sure you had heard of it. Yes, Splash Mountain. So I have Splash Mountain. I have Matterhorn Mountain. Way off in the distance down there is Space Mountain. I have you can see the glowing off the wall there. That is the Grand Canyon. And of course, I'm an artist too. I do drawings. So I have my own Disneyland. And that scale is N scale. Little tiny trains. Apartment's not big enough for our HO scale. Definitely not big enough for that box that I got yesterday. That brown box, not the litter box, the brown one with a Gatorade on top of it. That holds a garden scale train. And you can see how big that box is. It fits under my Disneyland Railroad. And can you see the trains down there or not? Probably not. No, you can't see them. My bike's in the way. But they're huge. I'm talking size of my belly. No, they are big. But I don't have the space. I don't have any space. I need water. I'm talking my fifth. Hey, suffering fuckatash. What's the size of my mouth? Okay, well, we're done an hour almost. I have to feed the cat his pill because he has seizures, and he doesn't need seizures because those are bad for a cat. They're bad for any kind of animal. They're really bad for humans. I want to thank you all again for watching. Remember to subscribe to my channel. I do have more than just me talking with my fat gut. Playing the piano, I play a part called Chef Capalvo. He's the Italian chef. I can cook. My parents said, you want to make it out in the real world, you have to learn how to cook. Taught everyone how to cook in our family. We all know how to make spaghetti because I'm half Italian. We all know how to make meatloaf. Not as good as me. I take it back. My brother makes really good lasagna and stuff like that. So yeah, and my other brother makes really good spaghetti and does other things like barbecuing. So yeah. Oh, you can see my train. Kinda. I can see a ghost in here flying around or dust, whatever that was. Yeah. So I have cooking. I've got music. I do a camera hanging up like this above me while I hyperlapse draw my art and make stuff like this. This isn't really a good Johnny Depp, but I did do. I don't know where it's at. I did a Lilo and Stitch. You can look at that. No, you can't. You'll have to go to my other channel. My other channel is called. I have 3 channels. I can't remember the names of them all. What do I want? YouTube? Yeah. This day at Disney slash. Oh, sorry. This day at Disneyland/Disney history. And on that one, that channel is all about Disney history. I haven't been keeping up to it like I should every single day. It's just a shorts channel. And it's really blurry. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Let's see if we can get it to come in. No, we cannot get it to come in. Anyways, it's an @ Disneyman, DISNEYMAN 14. That's my channel if you want to go there. That's one of them. I do a daily Disney thing where I'll put up a screen of, let's say that it's Mickey Mouse's birthday, which it isn't yet, not till November 28th. But I would put up Steamboat Willie and I'd have me in there. Hey, look at me. I'm steering the boat. Ooh, today is Mickey Mouse's birthday. He was born in 1928. And I would tell you that what happens on that. I even dressed up as Walt. That's how serious I am about that channel. So you can check that channel out. But the one I wanted you to check out with the drawings is called, I just changed the name because they wouldn't let me use Disney. They said you can't use that. Although I do on my, excuse me, I do on that channel I just told you about. All right, that channel is called Time Lapsed Art and Model Trains. I believe that's the name of my channel. Yes, Time Lapsed Art and Model Trains. And if you wanted to go to that channel, it's the @ MSC Artworks. And it's all capital letters until you get to the word Artworks. The A is capital and the rest of it's lowercase. But that is my channel. I think, I don't know if it has a number on it. Let me check. No, it's just at MSC Artworks. And that'll take you to that channel, and that's where I do all my drawing. And I try to hyperlapse it or time lapse it so you don't have to spend all day waiting for me to draw. This is on there. I believe I put it on, and it took me, according to the hyperlapse, it took me like 2 minutes. It really took me an hour and a half to draw. Oh yeah, that's what I did. I did Stitch, Lilo and Stitch. And I copied him from an artist. His name's James Mulligan. Great artist. He does fine art for Disney and other people too. I mean, he does his own art, and wow, he's amazing. Anyways, I couldn't get a hold of him, but I did do his Stitch, where he's with not Elvis, but he's sitting like at the tiki room, and the totem poles are next to him, chatting away. And the person who helped me get the monorail, I gave her that picture. She's like, oh, really? Yeah, I like you that much. I mean, you're a good friend. Why not? You did this favor for me. You went and picked up the monorail for me. You can have my drawing. How long did it take you to do? Oh, 2 hours. 2 hours? Wow. And then I showed her the time-lapse video. You can see it took 2 hours because the normal ones are only like 3 minutes. This one was 7 minutes long. All right, well, I've told you enough. I've held you guys captive for an hour and 1 minute and 7 seconds. I think I'm going to end it here. I got to go take care of the cat, and then I'm going to bed. Have a good night. Thanks for watching.